So let me see what kind of paper towel I have here. I think this is the one. Yes. It's 3 sections. You know how they tear into 3 sections? So I wanted to do a swipe on this. Again, this is 11 by 14 canvas, and not the white. I thought it would be cool to do a swipe with the black. Got my black mixed 1-to-1 with Owatrol. And my mind is thinking about the garden theme again. And when I was mixing these colors earlier, or thinking about mixing them up, I thought those would be great to swipe with the black so that you have this really greeny, leafy background. And hopefully with it having coconut milk, it would be some larger cells, which would be kind of interesting. We're going to give it a try. So I know this is the sour apple that has the silicone in it, which has been in a squeeze bottle. It's been shaken, so those are going to be small cells. So I'm going to put that one aside, and I'm going to just layer up. And I'm going to go and kind of just random areas, and make sure you get onto your sides as well, because you want your sides to be covered. This is maybe too much phthalo, but it'll be beautiful in a way too. So I'll put a little of the yellow on either side of it to help it maybe turn green. And with the swiping technique, you really don't have to start with a wet canvas. I have done that before, but you don't have to, because then it's going to pull that color through your colors and make them, it may, you know, kind of mute them a little bit or whatever, depending on white or black. So again, I'm just randomly. It's okay if I got this emerald green this time, because I want some variation in the colors. And I may have should have done just some larger bands with the colors more separated. So we'll see how this turns out. Because the last time I did a swipe, I did, you know, dotted colors kind of all over, and so it didn't have a lot. It didn't have a lot of definition of the colors. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And I think I'll put just a pinch of white but I don't want a lot, just to kind of cover in the gaps. Okay, now I'm going to tilt it a little bit, just to make sure all the colors are running together. So you have plenty of paint on the canvas, there's no doubt. And I'm just going to go ahead and make sure my sides are covered now. Because once your paint trickles over, that'll kind of cover it. But it's better to have some paint on the sides than no paint at all. Wiping paper towel. And I probably should have, this is kind of on the thicker side, I probably should have added a little water to this, because that helps with making bigger cells too. But you see that one paper towel is not wide enough, or it's just barely wide enough, so that's why I'm doing 3 sections. Well, let's see. 2 sections is wide enough. This is a slightly damp paper towel. Putting it in the black, and I want it to lay down in the black. And there's a section that's not laid down. Trying to let it all. There we go. This is a good way too to add color on the sides. This was, I didn't totally fill that in. My gloves are green. I'm going to take this one layer off so that now I can go back up here and finish filling in my black and making sure the end is covered in black here. Some people even take combs and go through their paint, like Lily's mix. She'll go through her paint and do that, and it kind of, and it self-levels because you're just putting little tiny divots in the paint. So I'm not going to use the heat gun yet. I'm going to just let it sit and work for a few minutes on its own, but I'm loving the colors, and I may should have done wider bands. So just a note to you, if you want more like yellow and green and the Phthalocyanine green and the emerald green, if you want them more separated, that might be the way to do it, is in bands. But even the cells that are popping up, there's some multicolors within the cells. Get the canvas where you can see the action while it's popping up. So this is the paper towel I just swiped with. And it's pretty all by itself even. So while I'm waiting, I have a piece of photo paper and I have some leftover paint, and I'm gonna pour it right there. So it's interesting how this still hasn't really popped up big, but I know it will because it's the same paint across the board. So, you know, you just have to be patient for it to pop up. I thought it would be cool to do some flowers at the top part in the black. But see, there's still stuff popping up here, so I'm not going to mess with that. So I'm going to zoom you back out. And what I could do is I could put flowers at the bottom like I did before, or I can do this as the bottom and have flowers in the black. So one of my, I don't know if she's a Facebook friend or a YouTube follower, but she was inspired by my art, and she did one that was swiped with white like I had done before too, and she made these red looking poppy flowers that were really beautiful. Now I'm wondering if I can accomplish that on black. So I don't know if I should put white down first to give the red to have something to be on top of it to make it more bold. Let me just try a little dot here. So let's see if I can do this tubing thing. At least you can, my head's not in the way. So yeah, that'll work, I think. Add more red. I want it bigger. So it's got the green coming through. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so start with the white. See, I don't want a lot of white. I just want enough to give the red some base to sit on. Maybe just a couple of small ones here. So let me see if I can just scrape a little black. Sometimes when you have the bottle, if the nozzle is larger, it comes out way quicker than you want to have it come out. So we're going to try like a pink. We got it. If you do one, you kind of have to do them all, you know. Pink and orange. And the red back. So I'm trying to give a lighter layer underneath the red. It's abstract looking. It's okay. And try one of these out first. This is my medium colored green. And then my sour apple. And a little bit of yellow. I don't like that much leaf. So I'm gonna stop messing with it because all my cells are almost gone. drag it down just a little bit now. Not either. Once you do your flowers, you can't drag anymore. Just want to try something different every time, you know. That's what makes it so much fun. It's fun making messes and playing with your paint and just experimenting. And it'll change a little bit as it dries, but not too much. I have discovered this style of painting, it doesn't really change a whole heck of a lot. It came up as green, I'll leave that, but I was trying to get this that more solid looking there. So overall, I'm pretty pleased. I really love just swiping in general. Just so vibrant and full of life when you go with the black or white. So this was that ugly glitter painting, and then, you know, so here this is. So there's my flowers. I'm not an expert at flowers, but they're just abstract feeling, and there's the dots, and I turned areas, I blew it with my straw and then swiped it a little bit to make it look leafy. So that is the finished painting. I'll go put this aside. As always, I make notes below my videos where if it says show more, if you click on that, it'll pull down a whole menu, and it will have explanation of what I did. It will have links to Facebook and to my Amazon and my website and stuff like that. And in order to subscribe, you have to be logged in, and if you do subscribe, there's a bell on the bottom right beside the subscribe, and if you click on that, it'll have two little parentheses around it, and that means you'll get notifications when I add new videos. And as always, I appreciate you watching. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.